Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust video. Alright, so today we will be talking about hard co-op raid for the Wizard Patan. Alright, so I have done a strat before this. If you guys want to check it out, I'll try to link it in the description below and the top right corner. So basically, in this particular video, I'm going to show you guys an updated strat that I've been using lately. And this is something that you can easily do to get 100% without relying on anyone else. You can easily do it 100% all the time consistently. There's no failures. The only thing that you might need to adjust is the mercenaries that you might actually need. Alright, so I'm going to tell you guys who you can actually replace with and what. Okay, so let's jump into it. I'm going to set up a battle and I'm going to just set a private one so that nobody will join mine and nobody is going to be able to guess my password. Yeah, 6969. Alright, so let's go. I'll show you guys the awesome strategy. Okay, so this is what I have. So the main target, the main unit for getting rid of the minions is none other than Barbara and Taylor. Alright, so you just need Barbara to like basically shoot the first two units with reflective counter. You don't really need a high skilled Barbara. In fact, I do think that you can do this with a +0 unawakened Barbara. I've seen it before, I've tested it before. So mine is awakened at +3, but I'm pretty sure you can do this with a non-awakened Barbara and still able to do this as long as you stack as much crit damage as you can, and you need to give her the right runes. Alright, so mine currently have fatal and rage runes. So that's what I have equipped on her. Alright, so Taylor can be replaced. Alright, do not have to worry about Taylor. You don't really need Taylor specifically. So I just use Taylor because she's the best, the strongest X-Tal damage dealer that I have. If you do not have Taylor, Gunter, Corette, Alch is gonna work pretty decent as well. One of those. Alright, if you have any of those built up, they're going to serve the purpose of her basically jumping into the back and one-shotting the 5 units right there. Alright, so Stella right here is to provide buffs alongside with Serendia, and then we have you need Anais to buff whoever who is there, right? If Ceres is here, Anais needs to buff Ceres. That way, all 3 of these units right here will get the debuff immune bestowal. Alright, so that's very important. They need to be debuff immune. I will explain later why. Alright, so once they are debuff immune, and then you have Ceres basically buff Barbara, Wester, and Taylor. Alright, so Stella is not really a must. If you have another supporter that can give buffs, I do have a Venaka before I use this Stella, but ideally getting the crit rate is much more beneficial to your team. So, and then turn order will be 1, 2, and then in this case Wester charges up, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Barbara has to be the first to move, followed by Taylor. Alright, so like I mentioned earlier, Barbara and Taylor is a must, right? You can't really replace her. I mean, you can, but you have to use a totally different strategy. If you want to use this strategy, you cannot really replace her. So she is irreplaceable. Taylor can be replaced, like I mentioned earlier, Gunter, Corette, etc. Any X-Tal attacker, warrior, they will definitely work. Alright, so right here, I have Wester. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit why Wester. So right now, this is wave 1. You can see the boss has not yet appeared. So Wester's decomposition is going to be very, very strong against the main target, the main boss himself. Or, if you do not have Wester, I believe an Anubis or wait, besides Anubis, who else could work? What's the other mercenary that has the decomposition? Garinov. Yes, Garinov might be able to work as well. So keep in mind, Wester is probably the best candidate because before I use Wester, I was using Livia. Alright, so in wave 1 itself, alright, if you bother about efficiency, it's all about efficiency right here, right? So in wave 1 before itself, number 4, this corrupted knight is gonna die, everyone at the back is gonna die. So we're gonna left with 6, 10, 8 and 11. Alright, so by then Wester is gonna activate the skill. Wester is gonna hit 3 units and eliminate them instantly with decomposition, because Wester is a rare hitter. He hits the far back. If you have something like a Livia, I was using Livia for the last couple of days. Livia hits front. This guy, he has AoE absorption, so it's not as good. You don't want a front hitter ideally. So highly recommend to use Wester. +0, it's gonna be more than enough. Alright, so enough babbling. I'm gonna jump into the battle right now and show you guys how this strategy works. Okay, so first, Seer just needs to be there to distract all the attack towards her. I do think that if you do not have Seer, you can replace with perhaps a Cowley, or even something like a Bella Seer, which is a new 4-star unit. She might work as well. Alright, Taylor going in. So this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. We are left with these 4 mercenaries right here, right? So if you have Livia, who's charging up in the front of Wester's position, Livia will hit this guy right here, Corrupted Knight in front. But since I have Wester, right? So that way I can instant kill 3 enemies just like that. That saves a lot of time. If your Livia, just because you're using a bunch of supporters to chain, and it just takes up so much time. If you care about efficiency, you want the battle to go as fast as you can, Wester is the way to go. Alright, so round 2, same deal. Wester charges up. Barbara will need to eliminate the first 2 knights right there. Taylor's gonna go in. Boss is not gonna die though, but at least the 2 units surrounding the boss will die. And then when the wave 2 comes, right? Since I have Cecilia, oh yeah, Cecilia is a must. You need Cecilia to block the boss's hits, right? Boss's hit right there, as you guys see. Alright, and then Wester will eliminate the boss for you, decomposition. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so from this point onwards, it's just everyone will just struggle, right? And then Wester dies because of this. I think he received some DOT or something, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he will die, but it doesn't matter. So at this point, you already won. Alright, so the strategy is gonna be, like I said, all about having 2 decent warriors. Barbara cannot really be replaced, but you need 1 cross-style warrior afterwards to move, and then you have a mage that charges up and hits back, far rare preferably. Alright, so Wester is the best candidate. None of the units are immune to DOT if I'm not mistaken, so decomposition is just so OP. Alright, so I basically forgot to mention about Cecilia. Yes, Cecilia is a must. You don't really need a high skill or a high level Cecilia. I do believe that if your Cecilia is a +0, it can actually work. It can actually work. And the reason is, I'm going to show you guys. Cecilia only needs to take 1 hit from the boss, right? So the boss, the co-op rate Wizard Patan boss is going to hit Cecilia only 1 time. So if she dies, it doesn't matter. No one else will hit her. Look, she's practically like safe, because whoever that you have as a taunter in Seer's position is going to direct all the hits towards her. Cowley might struggle a little bit because Seer has debuff immunity, but Cowley, yeah, I think Cowley can work as well. You ideally just need 1 more taunter at that particular Seer's placement right there. You know what, I might actually try it. I might actually try a different taunter myself. I don't have a high skilled Cowley to test that out, but ideally in terms of 5 stars, I think Seer is my only taunter right now. I might try a 4-star or something. But yeah, basically this is what I'm talking about, right? Cecilia just needs to take 1 hit from the boss right here. Boom. So if Cecilia dies, it doesn't matter. So if you have a +0 Cecilia, I do think this strategy is going to work. Alright, so the only substitute that you might need is maybe the supporters, right? So Anais is a must, debuff immunity. Ceres or Stella, you only need 1 of them. You need Barbara to have stats weakening immunity, so that is a must. and the rest of the supporters you can easily replace with something else. So Serendia plus 15 is not really a must. If you do not have her, Narisa could work. Any 3x3 tile support buffer could work as well. Oh yes, one thing before we end the video. In opposed to Wester, if you do not have Wester, Edwin is a good candidate replacement. So do take into consideration, if you do not have Wester, Edwin can work pretty good because his stigma is going to work against the main boss himself. So I do not have Edwin, unfortunately. I can't really show it to you guys. Maybe once I obtain him in the future, I can try and demonstrate that. But for now, Wester is what I've been using for the last couple of days, and he works like a charm. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what strategy are you guys using currently in terms of the fighting the raid boss Patan. Are you guys playing easy, normal or hard mode? And if you guys are on the Asia server, you need help to try and tackle a raid boss, join the Discord channel. I have it linked in the description below. I'll be able to guide you guys out, and if you guys want to join a room, you know, you can set it up right there as well. Okay, so if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.